Yes, good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to the session on startups and new venture. I hope I am clearly audible today. Is my voice clear? Good afternoon, one and all. We're going to start our session in a minute's time. Okay, Kumar. Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Gokul. I think, yeah, the voice echo was because of the fan that day. I didn't turn off the fan. Anyway, uh, welcome back, all of you again. So, before we proceed, as usual, we are going to have a small recap of whatever we have done. Because Friday session, I was not able to log in. I think there was a technical issue, technical hiccup, but it got resolved today. So anyway, we are going to proceed with a small recap. Then we are going to proceed with today's topic for the presentation, that is marketing and sales strategy, which I'll show you. It forms the part of unit 4 or module 4, and then few MCQs, few videos, and at the end, last 5 minutes will be committed to question and answers. I hope the things are clear. This is how we are going every time. Let us have a small recap of whatever we have done up till now. I'm going to share this slide which we have done earlier, right? And after that, we are going to move to our current presentation. See, this particular PDF or this particular slide, I'm going to show you again and again, because this forms the crux of the entire subject. If you just go through it, it is sort of summary of whatever we are learning, startup and new venture. It's like what? Summary, as I said, crux of the entire story, and it gives you PowerPoint on what we are talking up till now and what we will be talking here onwards also. So this PDF I have already shared with all of you once, twice, thrice. I have shared it. Just a minute. We'll take a break for 1 minute.
Yeah, fine.
परत करून देशील काटून पिन एक्झाम झाल्यावर म्हटलं परत कोण
नक्कीच नक्की.
ठीक. नहीं पानी की स्कीम करना ठीक है नहीं पानी पानी देश. Yes, sorry for the break. So this is what, see, this is just a small recap. We have already discussed on this particular PDF, right? We have discussed these 6 steps towards an successful entrepreneurship. This is the theme, the entrepreneurship guide, right? I'm just going to browse across. I'm not going to explain it because we have already discussed on this. Step one is, are you ready to be an entrepreneur? Then market research. We have already seen a separate presentation on market research and marketing research as well. Then we have discussed all these points one by one. Financial planning also we have discussed at length. Then what goes in financial planning, how our projection to be made. This is all we have seen earlier. Identifying the right business type, we also have seen this. Then hiring people, how to hire the right team for the right startup. This is also we have seen earlier, right? And then getting started. So I hope all of you are able to recall this. I have already shared this on the chat box earlier. See, SWOT analysis also we have done. This was related to market analysis. I hope again all of you are able to recall. Yeah, somebody has raised the hand. So you are not changing on the screen. If you are changing it, okay, just a minute. I'll reshare it. I am changing it. It should change actually. I'll reshare it. This should. I'll try to reshare it. Now, are the slides changing? Are they visible to all of you? No, I do not know why. Just a moment. I'll stop sharing. Reshare them. Now, are they visible? I'm sharing them. I'm translating them. Yes. Okay. Good. Fine. Let me take you to the earlier slide, which I see. This is a recap, right? Whatever we have done, we are not going to go into depth of it. I hope you remember this first slide, which I have shared with all of you. These were regarding the 6 steps. 6 steps to become a successful entrepreneur. Zara, yeah. Yes, Komal, it is visible. Fine. So this, as I said, is a summary. This, as I said, is a summary of the entire subject, right? These are how many 36 slides in all, and this will act as a summary. This will act as a crux of the entire subject. You'll get the moral of story here through this 36 slide for this subject. So go through it manually. We have already had a discussion on this. After that, we had discussed on this market analysis. We have discussed about SWOT analysis. In fact, MCQs I have not taken, so we are going to start with the MCQs on SWOT, which we have done earlier. And after that, we are going to proceed to this presentation for today, which talk about market and sales strategy. Now, where does it belong? Marketing and sales strategy. This is unit 5. This is unit 5. This is unit 5, and this is the last point in this unit, the marketing and sales strategy. Rest of the important things also we will be covering up. Like as I said, I am not going in the sequential fashion because many things need to be covered first. The concept need to be cleared first. See, hiring the first employee. This is there in the first PDF, right? So we'll be going through the important points, right? Business plan 1 we have done already, and what we have done was market analysis. It was somewhere here. Point where it is. Just a moment. Market financing. See, social media promotional tool also will be covering, and market analysis we have already done, which I think is a part of business plan. It should be part of business plan only. Description of opportunities and market. Talks about market analysis. Competitive advantage also we are going to discuss. So let us go to a few of the MCQs which I wanted to show all of you. Just a moment. Few MCQs on SWOT analysis. not this one. SWOT analysis, I have downloaded few MCQs. Yeah, just a moment. Just a minute. Hello. Nice. Yes, just a moment, just a second. Hold on. Screen frozen. No, actually, I'm trying to locate the MCQ which I have already downloaded for all you people. Let me go through it. First of all, I'm not able to locate it right now. Fine. Anyway, we shall proceed with our presentation because I'm not able to get the MCQs on SWOT analysis. Anyway, just let me try to find it out for all of you people. Yeah, it was there. I think it was there. Yeah, here. See, these are the MCQs. We have already done with SWOT analysis. I hope all of you followed. Away from the shared application. Stop sharing. Reshare this thing. Yes, all of you can see the MCQs. SWOT analysis we have already done. I'll try to mute, allow participant. Okay, fine. Yes, you can unmute yourself, but before that, please raise your hand if you have any doubt. I have unmuted all of you. In fact, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Zara is able to see the MCQ. SWOT, all of you are aware. Shall we take it again? SWOT, it was a very simple concept. Now, first question, who's going to answer it? Before we move ahead with today's presentation, I have to cover up this 7 MCQs on SWOT analysis. So first question, which of the following SWOT elements are internal factors for a business? You can put your answer in the chat box. Question number 1, there are few options. Vandana, good. Strength and weaknesses are internal. This is what we have seen. Which of the following, question number 2, which of the following, so answer for this is A, right? Question number 2, which of the following is false regarding why SWOT analysis is used? Again, a bit of googly but very simple question and simple option to it. Can somebody answer question number 2?
So it's C, to reduce opportunities available to a business.
In fact, it should be to increase opportunities, right? Instead of reduce, it should be increase. Good, Komal. Fine. Question number 3. How often should a SWOT analysis be performed? Only when specific issues needs to be addressed, at least once per year, only when the business starts, every 3 to 5 years.
So at least once per year.
Well, at least once per year. See, basically a business cycle, we all know financial cycle is for 1 year, and in this 1 year, in fact, you can do it frequently also, but it has to be at least once per year, right? Or you can take up it whenever specific issues are also addressed, but the correct option here is at least, minimum, right? Minimum, it should be at least once a year. Okay. Question number 4. Which of the following could be a strength? Location of business. Somebody has said a new international market. See, new international market cannot be a strength because strength is internal to the organization, right? So whether is again external, new international market is external, price that is too high. So somebody's answered D, right? Indira has answered D. Location of the business which is internal to the organization. See, all you have to remember is strength and weaknesses are all internal to the organization. So here the correct option is location of a business. Question number 5. Which of the following could be a weakness?
Poor quality of goods and services.
Poor quality of goods and services, because these are internal to the organization, which can be improvised, which can be taken care of. So the correct option is C. Okay. Question number 6. Which of the following could be an opportunity?
Moving into new market segments that offer improved profits.
Good. See, opportunity, when we talk about opportunity, it is external to the market, right? So quality process are all internal, right? Damage reputation is internal. So the answer which is given is B, moving into a new market segment that offers improved profits. Its clear cut option is B, right? Moving into a new market. Then question number 7, which of the following could be a threat?
Lack of marketing expertise.
No, that is internal, isn't it?
So change in technology.
Good, good. Change in technology
Change
is,
in
yeah, something which is external. See, pestle analysis we have seen. I hope all of you remember it. Pestle analysis, right? So pestle analysis talked about what? I'll show it to you. Pestle analysis. Pest analysis is P for political, and we have all seen all this pestle, environmental, right? And T stand for technology, which is external to the organization. So here the correct option has to be change in technology can be a threat. Can somebody quote me an example? Kripal, what recent example of change in technology? I have frequently given this example to all of you. Can be a threat to the old technology. Any example? How?
For new technology, the two-wheelers battery
Good.
battery one.
Zara, right? Yeah.
Sir, Tesco.
Tesla, right?
No, sir. Shopping market you told about that day, about that video.
Right.
People used to generally go to supermarket, buy stuff,
Right.
but
right.
while you were traveling, simultaneously you can do shopping.
Right. So the change in technology is like we have gone digital now. People are not visiting retail shop that frequently. What they used to do few years back. Change in battery technology, which is a threat to the old diesel and petrol variant of automobiles. Because of EV, this change in technology can be threat to your business which you are running with the old technology. So I hope all of you followed this MCQ. Let us move to our topic for today. That is, I'm going to reshare again the screen. Topic for today is what is marketing and sale, and what are their different strategies. Now my first basic question is, see, before you answer, please raise your hand so that everybody get a chance and there is a decorum in the class and there is no chaos, right? What is the basic difference between marketing and sales? Can somebody answer it? It's a very simple question and it is frequently asked question. But just please raise your hand. A very simple question. What is the basic difference? I don't want you to go in detail. What is marketing and what is sales? Can both be used interchangeably? Yeah. Zara, yeah. Yes, please, you can answer.
So basically, sales is the act of selling the product, but marketing involves everything from the creation of the product to what the pricing strategy will be, how it will be promoted, how it will reach the consumer, and what the feedback is from the consumer again, so that in case any changes have to be made, they can be incorporated in the next cycle.
Good.
So all of that is marketing, while only the act of selling is sales.
Yeah, in fact, we can say that sales is just a small part of marketing, whereas marketing involves knowing the first thing is knowing the needs and wants of the customer, then designing the product accordingly or making innovation in the present product, right? Then launching the product, then getting the feedback, relaunching it if needed, right? Setting the advertising campaign, working on all 7 P's is part of marketing. So marketing is a very holistic approach. It includes everything, right from the inception of the product to till the feedback. You receive the feedback, right? It can be it includes sales as well. Whereas sales, if we talk a layman's definition of sales is just a transaction where the buyers buy a product by paying for its price, right? In simple layman's language. So I will show you one of the website which distinguishes sales from marketing. They have made a comparative chart. So here I'll just read out the definition for marketing. Marketing is a systematic planning, implementation, and control of business activity to bring together buyers and sellers. The accountability or the responsibility is to bring together the buyers and seller, whereas sales is just a transaction between two parties where buyers receive goods that can be tangible or intangible, in terms of services and or assets in the exchange of money. So this is the basic definition which you have to remember, because many a time even after doing MBA, students are not able to answer this question, which is frequently asked in many interviews, right? Typically, if the interview is related to sales and marketing. So don't get confused by these two words. Okay. So let us move further with our presentation. Yes. So what is sales and marketing? What is the difference between marketing strategy and sales strategy? See, marketing and sales are usually the two major drivers of any business. Without a strategy for each, there is no company growth, right? So these are the 7 P's model, which you have to remember. I think this must have been covered in marketing, but this is equally applicable to our startups. If you are not able to identify the 7P model for your business, probably you won't be able to take a competitive advantage over your competitors. Now, what are those 7Ps? See, these 7Ps are very, very important from startup point of view, from new ventures, and even from the marketing and sales point of view. So identifying the 7Ps and knowing which P is more important to you, to your business, is very important. So we'll just be glancing through all these 7Ps so that you understand what exactly are these 7Ps. So the 7Ps of marketing model is a framework designed to help business build a complete marketing strategy from start to finish. Now what are the 7Ps? See, the 7Ps are product, promotion, price, place, people, process, and physical evidence. See, all of you mug it up. This is all the MBAs should be knowing. This is again a very common question, which can be asked to any of the students, or even from finance, even from marketing. This is their favorite, right? But even a person from HR background should be knowing all about these 7Ps, because as an organization you should be knowing what exactly is your product, how it is being promoted, how it is being priced compared to your competitors, where is the product available, that is place, and people, how people are both internal and external to the organization. External to the organization are the customers, which are equally important. Processes, how is the service being delivered, right? How is the product being produced? And physical evidence, which you can name it as physical environment also. So let us go deep into these 7Ps. See, first of the 4Ps are related to goods or physical product, we can call them. And you always remember, whenever you are asked 7P, you always start with the product, because product here need not be a physical good, it can be service also. So product is the basic thing which the organization is delivering, right? Which the organization is producing. It can be service, it can be goods, like for example automobile, and it can be service like hospital industry, right? So place is the availability of that particular service or goods. Price is something which you keep on changing. The launching price may be different than the skimming price. When you reach the pinnacle, when you are the market leader, probably you might like to have a different pricing depending on the market condition. And promotion again involves 5 elements, that is advertising, public relation, direct marketing, personal selling, and nowadays digital marketing, right? So these are the keywords. These are the keywords which, as an MBA, all of you are supposed to remember. And I'm sure you can just mug up this 7Ps at least, right? Product, place, price. Or you see, product is the first thing should come as a product. not a thumb rule, but products, without product, all this remaining 6 P's won't be of any importance, won't be of any significance. So product you have to remember first, then you can say price, see the remaining P's, the importance, you can rank them out also. For some goods, the pricing may be important, particularly for FMCG good, but for branded goods or for elite segment or niche market, pricing won't be that much important. Pricing will be on higher side, and the organization won't be that worried that much about the pricing being on higher side rather than other things, right? So product, promotion, price, place, people, process, and physical evidence. So these are the 7 P's which are to be worked and reworked by the marketing and sales team when we talk about any service or any goods. Okay, I hope the things are clear up till now. So these were the original 4 P's, that is product, place, price, and promotion, and the remaining 3 P's are related to services. They are related to
Excuse me, sir.
services. Yes, yes.
So why are we studying this again? We have already gone through this in first semester.
Yeah, we have already gone through it, but see, you can take it as a recap. I'll show you the syllabus, because many a time when I ask this question, can you see the syllabus? See, it's part of marketing and sales strategy. So you can take it as a recap or recall. It is. Can you see the syllabus?
Yes, we can see the syllabus.
Yeah, and it is for those people also, those who have not attended earlier, maybe they can go through the videos. But since this topic demands, this has to be recalled again, right? And see, this is why I'm doing it again, because it is through this combination of these 7 P's we come out with different strategies. Like through promotion, we come out with advertising and sales strategy, right? Through pricing, we come out with pricing strategy. It can, as I said, it can be launch pricing, it can be cost plus profit pricing. There are different types of pricing. It can be scheming pricing, right? It can be what? Penetration pricing, where you keep the pricing low. That is penetration strategy, also we can call it. So remembering the 7 P's is very important. There should not be any doubt and confusion regarding the 7 P's. Many a time people get confused when I ask the question, can you distinguish out of the 7 P's, what are the 3 P's that are related to surveys? Probably many of the students, they are not able to answer. That's why we are doing it again, right? So before we move ahead, let us have a small look at one of the video. I'm going to share the link also. I'm not going to show you the entire video, but I need it for discussion. Okay. I hope all of you following up till now. And see the question somebody has asked, why are we doing it again? See, it is all through because of the 7 P's, all the strategies, marketing and sales strategies will be formed. And I know when we have done it in marketing. Right?
So let's proceed to the video, sir.
Okay, fine. Just a moment. And see, again, all of you have to remember that end of the video, I would like to have what I'll be asking you a few questions, and you are supposed to answer those questions as a part of discussion. Now, these are the videos related to startups. And what sort of
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So don't you think that videos would be like time
Hi,
consuming,
everybody.
and then we
What
won't
is
be able
one-
to?
Yes, please go
Go,
ahead.
so don't you think the videos would be time consuming, and then the lecture would be affected because of that?
No, I agree to it. See, that's why I'm saying I'm not going to play the entire video. I'm just going to show you the crux of the story so that we can have discussion on it, right? See, this is one of the marketing strategies.
Okay, sir.
Right? And in fact, I'm going to share the link also. I agree, because I cannot play the entire video. It will consume, see, as it is 1 hour is not more than sufficient. I have to cover a few MCQs also at the end of the session, the way we have covered it up for SWOT analysis, because earlier we were not able to complete it. See, you can see the link later on. You can study it. Just a theme. I'm going to show you just a theme. See why marketing strategy. This video is related to marketing strategy, and few questions I'm going to ask. Okay, at the end of this video. So just let me know whether you can see and hear the sound. Okay, just a minute. since a 15 minutes video, I'm going to fast forward very.
Yeah, sir, it's good, sir. You can carry on as long as we understand.
Yes, okay. Yes,
in the Indian business history. And for our generation, it's even more special because it has been an integral part of our childhood. But from the business standpoint, the most fascinating thing about Maggi is that way back in 1983, both Maggi and instant noodles were completely alien to the Indian culture. And yet, Nestle single-handedly created a 937 crore market and has been a market leader in the domain for 38 years. And in spite of giant rivals like ITC, Marico and Unilever, even today, Maggi has a whooping 60% market share in the instant noodle segment. The question is, how did Nestle create a market for a seemingly alien dish in India? How did it almost establish a monopoly in the instant noodles market? And what are the lessons that we need to learn from Nestle's genius marketing strategy? This episode is brought to you by the instant ramen noodles. Now, although his newly invented instant ramen did not debut until 1958, the instant ramen noodles became a game-changing business during the economic boom in Japan. And as the country started developing rapidly, the instant ramen became such a big hit that in spite of costing 6 times more than the conventional noodles, the Japanese still bought instant ramen in large quantities. And soon enough, the instant ramen product started traveling abroad to the US to again become a massive hit. And even today, the parent company of ramen, Nissin, accounts for 50% of the billion-dollar instant noodle market in Japan. And while all of this was happening, Nestle was carefully observing the market and realized that instant noodles is a goldmine product in Japan. But very cleverly, Nestle chose not to pursue the Japanese market in spite of knowing that there was $1 billion worth of market share still left to be capitalized in Japan. The question is, when there was a clear market for a scalable product, that too in a booming economy, why did Nestle not enter the Japanese market? Now there are two seemingly logical reasons for that. Number one, Japan was not so liberal, hence it would have been very difficult to operate as a foreign company in Japan. And secondly, why go on war against a monopoly when you can create your own monopoly? Noodles and the Maggi brand was completely alien to us. We were still a closed country with hardly any foreign companies in the market, and the Western influence over us was relatively very less. It's almost like asking our parents to eat lasagna every single day. Then the question is, how did Nestle turn Maggi into such an integral part of our lives? Well, that is because Nestle very clearly understood both its customer and the consumers. To tell you about it, if you look at instant noodles as a product, anyone and everyone could have noodles, right? It really doesn't matter whether it is a school kid or a 40-year-old man. And noodles by default is one of the most generic dishes in the market. So had it been some ordinary brand, they would have tried to capture the entire 740 million Indian customer base. And they would have tried to sell to every single Indian who could have had noodles. And on the outside, it does seem like an obvious choice, right? Well, Nestle was no ordinary brand, and they understood the fundamental marketing principle that if you try to sell to everyone, you will end up selling to no one. So Nestle's marketing team started finding the best niche profiles to see who could be their ideal target audience. And that is when they carefully picked two categories, and those were mothers and children. Now this begs the question, what was the thinking behind this? Now listen to this very carefully. For the adoption of any alien product, it has to meaningfully cater to the pain of the audience and the interest of the audience. Now in case of Nestle, there were two primary stakeholders. There is the customer and there is the consumer. The consumer is the child who eats Maggi and the customer is the mother who buys Maggi. And during 1983, there were two categories of mothers, working mothers and homemakers. Both of them had one major pain, that is to give their child something tasty and healthy when they come back hungry from school. The problem with working parents was that they were not at home, and with homemakers, after running all morning, after sending the kids and husbands to school and work, they needed some time to rest before they could start working again for dinner. On top of that, the child had just eaten chapati bhaji in school, so giving them the same for evening snack would not be good enough. And at the same time, they needed to make something that was less tedious, but at the same time was tasty enough for the child to eat. So the two pains over here are, working mothers wanted something that the children could make themselves, and homemakers wanted something less tiring to make for their kids. And the interest was obviously a tasty dish for their child to eat. And this is where, ladies and gentlemen, Maggi became an opportunist and positioned itself as the perfect solution for mothers, as a super easy and a tasty meal alternative for their children. This is how the tagline "Do Minute Mein Maggie" was born. And as we've seen in the commercial, it showcases an act of mother preparing Maggie for the kids only to see them happy and delighted by the taste. Apart from that, Nestle reached out to school kids, sponsored quizzes and events, and even gave them a free hamper of Maggie products. This was followed by a widespread sampling with over 4 million new contacts every year. And as time passed, Nestle even began advertising on TV channels during peak times when people like you and me were watching Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z, and Ninja Hattori. This is how, by positioning itself accurately to cater to the pain and interest of both its consumers and customers, Maggie established itself as an integral part of our lives. Now the question is, if Maggie could establish a name in the market, so could others, right? Because there were already other big guns like ITC, Unilever, and Nissin. Then the question is, why couldn't they compete with Maggie? Well, there are 3 specific reasons for that. Number 1, Nestle had evolved its supply chain for 25 long years, which was next to impossible to replicate. And on top of that, it controlled the supply chain end to end. But when Nissin, the parent company of Ramen, tried to enter the market, it struggled to find national distribution partners, and its alliances with both Hindustan Unilever and Marico to solve this problem completely failed. Secondly, Nestle had achieved an unmatched level of penetration even in Tier 3 and Tier 4 cities of India. And more people knew the term Maggie than they knew about the actual product, that is instant noodles. So no one really asked for instant noodles, they just asked for a packet of Maggie. This was because since 2005 onwards, the marketers of Nestle conducted exclusive studies and did everything in their capacity to make Maggie accessible to the bottom of the pyramid of India. And in technical terms, based on socio-economic status, the Indian audience could be categorized into 7 categories ranging from A1 to A2. The top segment consisted of SEC classes, as in socio-economic classes of A1, A2 and B1. The middle segment was B2 and C, and the bottom segment was D, E1 and A2. For those who do not understand these terminologies, I'll attach a study material for you in the description. So coming back, the top and middle segment was already captured by 2005 through Maggie's conventional marketing efforts. And they saw that the real opportunity was in SEC classes C and D that represented over 40% of the market. And after an extensive study, the first product to be launched was Chotu Maggie, which was priced at just 5 rupees and was aimed at penetrating the lower segment of the market. The communication was carefully designed in local vernacular languages, and the distribution system was intricately designed with strategic wholesalers and redistributors to reach up to 2.2 million outlets all across the country. And because of this extensive effort, the household penetration numbers of Maggie shot up from just 45% to 71% for the C class and from 31% to 62% for SEC classes D and E in just
Yes, fine. Now my question is, I'm not going to show you entire video, don't worry, because I have already posted the link in the, well, this is all for the video. I'm not going to show you the entire video because the link is already posted in the chat box, right? You can go through it, the later part of video, the remaining part. Now my question is, why I have shown you this video. There are 4-5 questions which I would like to ask all of you. The first question, basic question is related to marketing strategy, right? Adopted by Maggie. Maggie, see, I'm not here to promote Maggie. Maggie, we all know, has disturbed the eating habits of we Indian, particularly the working class. Even though we know it is not as healthy as our Indian food, in fact, it contains bulletin, which was one of the issue. I hope all of you remember and recall it. Few years back, Maggie was altogether banned, right? That is where the Patanjali took the advantage and they designed their own marketing strategy. See, this is a case study I'm going to put up through the video. That is the reason why I will show you video every time, a small video, 5 minutes or 10 minutes time, so that we can go in a discussion. All of you getting what I'm saying? The purpose of showing you the video. I know you can
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know you can see it later on, but alone or individual you cannot go in a discussion, right? And MBA is all about decision making, and good decision making comes through good discussion, healthy discussion. Okay. So my first question is, we all know the health benefit of Maggi and that of a good staple Indian food, right? But since most of the people in cities are both the parents are working parents, so this Maggie they took advantage. I would take it this way. If I'm not part of Maggie, right? Even I do not eat it frequently. I eat it very off, very not very frequently. As an adult, we would like to stick to our Indian food, right? So my first question is, as I said, if you recall, few years back, Maggi was banned, and Patanjali brand name they promoted their own atta noodles, right? They took advantage, and the keywords what I want to discuss is marketing strategy. What was the marketing strategy adopted by Patanjali, and what was the marketing strategy adopted by Maggi to re-enter into market? And in particularly talking about this video, what are the marketing strategies from the 7P point of view? Can you pinpoint out? One by one, you can put your hand, you can raise your hand, and we can discuss whatever the part of video we have seen. They have talked about few things about Maggi, and those were the strategies. Those were their strategies. So, Indrani, yes, Dr. Indrani.
So the product should be something that should touch as it was shown in the video, that should be covering the pain and the interest of the customers. And price. The promotion strategy should be promoted among the target customers. Then price should be like they showed about Chotu Maggi. The lower class should be affording that Chotu Maggi.
Yes, since in Chotu Maggi we can correlate to price as well as product. They have changed the product. I'm to say the packaging. Packaging is part of product, right? So they have reduced the quantity and reduced the price, both, right? Fine. Yeah, you can move ahead, please. Place. They have talked about place also.
No, sir, madam.
Place. See,
I would like to.
Yeah, they have tried to penetrate the remote of remote, that is the rural areas where earlier they have not targeted.
Correct.
Right? So
Correct.
That has made them more famous. Right? But the basic part was, even though the government of India banned that Maggi because that glutten element was there, which was said that it's harmful for our body. So Patanjali made a marketing strategy to come out with a brand which says that it doesn't contain any chemical, it contains only atta, right? But still, Maggi is a brand leader. Is a brand leader when we talk about noodles, instant noodles. That is the proper product name. But everybody who wants to eat this instant noodle will ask for Maggi. Right? What else? Kripal wanted to say something. Is Kripal saying?
I vaguely remember, yes, there was some element found in the Maggi which was not considered healthy. So I will highlight two P's here. So one was the product, which was faulty, seems faulty for Nestle, and Patanjali pitched in with the product which says it's healthy. Then the Nestle's came back and they produced few reports from the labs conducted separately by third parties. I think that's where the processes comes into picture. So how you process everything and then go back to the market saying that we have probably transparent process, etc. Those are the two P I believe are important in this case study. Nestle without Patanjali.
Kripal, yeah. In fact, I would eliminate these three P's related to surveys altogether because Maggi is a good, right? It's a physical product. So when we talk about physical product, usually these four P's are very, very important. And in fact, you have rightly pointed out the product here itself and the price. And even promotion and place, all four plays important role. And that is what the video has highlighted. It has highlighted how, who has said that right at the start? Indrani. Indrani said that they have poked into the pain of the customer. I would like to put it in another word: needs and wants. See, this is what startup will always look at. What are the needs and wants? What are the customers? What are the gaps in the current business model which are running in the market? So they have known the mentality of the working class that the working woman cannot give the staple diet once her child come back from the school or from the college, right? Or youngsters. So they have promoted Maggi in such a fashion that anybody can prepare it. That is related to product. It can be prepared within 2 minutes time, and they have promoted it as a healthy food. Right? I'm not sure about whether it's healthy or not. We won't be going into that debate. But it was promoted that it is good. It is equivalent to chapati, right? One Maggi is equivalent to one or two chapati. That is what was promoted. And we, as an Indian, we have taken it in that sense only that it is good. It can be prepared by anybody and it can be served with emotion, with a sentiment. A son serving it to her mother. This is what the ad nowadays talks about. And you see, this is all part of strategy. As a startup, why I'm showing you all this is 7Ps. Why I'm repeating it, because this is equally applicable to startups. It is applicable to the present business which is declining, is in declining stage. You have to revamp your strategies, marketing as well as sales strategies, and that revamp or revision or what you can call it, the changes which you are going to bring in your strategies will be through these 7Ps. That is the relevance, that is the importance, and that is the significance of the 7Ps. So whenever you see an ad on television, whenever you see an ad, you can pinpoint out to one of these 7Ps. Any ad for that matter, any ad on this globe will be related to these 7Ps. Right? Whether it may be related to saying that we are now a new product, the packaging is deferred, you are getting a better quantity now with a lesser price or with the same price. The advertisement in itself is about promotion. As I said, promotion includes advertising. It includes advertising campaign, that is advertising strategy. It includes personal selling. It includes direct marketing. It includes events and exhibitions. Lot many things goes in promotions. So pricing, as an individual, as an Indian individuals, we are very price sensitive, and if we get something in a lower price, the same quality, then we are not reluctant to move away from one brand to another. So these are the strategy as a startup we should be always thinking of, right? I hope all of you following this up till now.
Yes, sir.
Anything somebody would like to add regarding the 7Ps and the video on marketing strategies that is adopted by Maggi as a instant noodles brand. Raman brand also, they talked about Raman brand, right? Instant noodles. Patanjali, they didn't mention anything, but we know there are plenty of brands which are available now in market. Okay, so as a startup, see, what I do not know when I've taught you this, but I think your batch was there regarding marketing management. This is the part and parcel of marketing, the 7Ps. Everything revolves around these 7Ps when we talk about marketing, whether pricing strategy, promotion strategy, distribution strategy, supply chain strategy, which is part of place. That is how you are going to make the product available to the end user, to the customer, or to the consumer. See, again, we have.
Sir, I wanted to know. I wanted to know what would be this element called. Like Patanjali worked very much over studying which product was doing well in the market, so that it could use some negative points of this product to promote its product. So, what element would be it coming under?
Yes, yes. I'm telling you, the punchline that is used is, see, if you cannot become a market leader, follow the leader. Simple as that. And following the leader, what you are going to do, if you imitate them as it is, probably you are not going to get success, because that thing is already being delivered by the leader, market leader. The brand can be anything, the product can be anything. But that is what I was trying to tell you. When you startup, probably you are not going to come up with a very, very unique idea. It's a very remote chance that you will be having such idea which no other person on this globe is having, right? It is explained many times that whatever idea comes to me comes to lot many people at the same time, on the same date. So there are hardly any chance, and one who comes first probably might succeed, right? But if you are following the market leader, and if you are analyzing the gaps, that is what Patanjali did. They took the what advantage of the Maggi being banned in the Indian market, and they.
So that element would be product, sir, or promotion, sir. That is what I'm asking, sir.
No, it includes everything, all 4Ps. You have to focus.
Okay, okay.
On all four. When we talk about codes, it is not only the product. See, if product is very excellent, but its availability is not there. It has happened with many products, right? Oyo scooter, if you talk about it, was because they could not make it available. EV scooters, they could not Oyo, Ola scooters, right? Ola EV, they could not make it available on time. They failed miserably. There were plenty of complaints. The way they would have succeeded if they have concentrated on the availability, that is place, right? So when we talk about physical product or physical, we call it goods, 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 and service is something which is intangible in nature. I have already explained you that the difference between goods and services. Goods are tangible in nature, which you can touch, feel, and all those things. Whereas services are intangible and they are perishable also. Once it is served, it is no more there, right? Like you commute from by aeroplane. You
Yes,
purchase a
sir.
ticket,
It's clear.
you purchase a ticket, and once you land up, that service has gone. It is intangible. You are not carrying. Maybe you are just carrying the experience of flying, but service and products differs. But when we talk about goods, GOODS, we usually focus more on these 4 P's. That is what I want to tell you, and I want you to understand. And when it comes to service, these remaining 3 P's are more important compared to the 4 P's. They are also important, but the remaining 3 P's are more focused on service oriented products. Now, those products can be your electricity supplier, your cellular or mobile network provider. It can be hospital, as I said, hospitality. It can be travels and tourism. All these are part of service industry. So this video, the analysis is, or why we were talking on this, because this was related to the marketing strategy adopted and re-adopted by Maggie. Earlier, when they entered the market, the strategy was different, and then they re-entered the market, their marketing and sales strategy was different. So their focus was on product as well as promotion, price and place. Availability probably placed the focus later on, because their primary focus was on metro cities and metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, and all those cities. One tier city also we call it, first tier cities. Then they started focusing on 2 tier and then 3 tier cities, right? And now they have penetrated in the rural areas also. They have convinced the customer that their product is not at all unhealthy. In fact, it is good for the health. So they were able to do it through this promotion. So plenty of advertisement on all those channels which are watched by the children, particularly cartoon channels, right? And see, because these are the consumers, if they are able to attract the consumer, probably the customer are going to buy that product for them. Because if my son or daughter says, I want to eat Maggie today, then I won't be saying no. It's very difficult for me to convince them that it's not healthy. Fine. Once in a month, I may bring that Maggie and allow them to eat it also, right? But if your promotion strategy is good, your advertisement strategy is good, if you are able to locate the target market, and if you are able to focus on it, then probably you are going to become the market leader. And there are plenty of examples, as I said, like Amazon. I frequently quote this example. Flipkart, all e-commerce companies, because of this technology advantage they have taken over their competitors. Why Big Bazaar has failed, not succeeded as compared to Amazon, even though Amazon has entered the Indian market just now, few years back, they were highly successful because of the competitive advantage they have taken because of these technological changes. I hope all of you are getting me what I am trying to explain. Yes. Any doubt up till now? We shall move ahead with a few of the MCQs for today, marketing and sales MCQs. I just want all of you to answer it, right? Wherever you are able to. Otherwise, I'm there to help you all.
Shamila, ma'am, phone.
Yes, I'm going to share the screen again. Share audio. Just a minute. Yes, can you see the screen? All of you? Few MCQs. So, yeah, we'll take few MCQs and try to answer it in chat box, or you can unmute also. I won't mind. So here we go with the MCQs.
स्टार्ट करते हैं सबसे फर्स्ट.
Yeah, this one. Who is the father of modern marketing? Peter Drucker is not there, right?
Sir, Philip.
Philip Kotler.
Philip Kotler. Good. Can you name the recent book which he has come out with regarding digital marketing? Philip Kotler is also, his books are considered as Bible of marketing, right? In fact, all the students of MBA should refer if they are specializing in marketing, or if they are off for marketing, or if marketing is subject to them, they should always read Philip Kotler. That is what at least I recommend to my students. So, can you name the book which has been recently published, which talks on digital marketing? Yes, so the correct answer is Philip Kotler. Now the second, I'll tell you the name of the book. It is Digital Marketing 4.2. That was a recently published book, and it's an excellent book which talks on digital marketing. Now, can you give answer to this particular question? Fulfill customer needs and expectation is what?
Customer satisfaction.
Customer satisfaction, fourth one.
Customer satisfaction. Good. Excellent. Next one. We'll go to question number 3. Just a second. Question number 3. This already is being answered. Question number 3 is also answered. 5 is also answered. See, marketing mix for service includes 7 P's, whereas marketing for product we have already done with this. Or marketing for product consists of only 4 P's. Okay, this you have to remember. Marketing segmentation is used for
4 P's.
what? It is used for what? Marketing segmentation. It's very simple.
Sir, all of the above.
Sir, all the above.
Exactly. See, this is the hint I would like to give. All of the above, if it is the one of the option, then 90% of time it is a correct option. All of the above, or else you find 2 options to be correct, then you need not read the third options also, right? If you find that to know the customer's taste and preference, market segmentation is done. It is also done to target the current client, right? And all of you know how is the market segmentation done? It is through various parameters. It can be psychographic segmentation, behavioral segmentation, the way Maggie has done it, right? It can be geographic segmentation, right? So these are the parameters which are used to segment the market. Okay. Question number 9. It's related to the evaluation of marketing. Can somebody answer it? Is not a type of marketing concept. Yes,
supplier concept.
Supplier concept. Today's marketers need what? Very simple question and simple answer.
Both creativity and critical thinking.
Both creativity and
critical thinking skills. Yes.
Good, excellent, all of you. We need both creativity as critical thinking. Critical thinking is needed to bring about innovation, and creativity as well, right? Unless until you are creative in nature, you cannot change the product as per the needs and wants of the customers or your clients. We can use the word clients also. One more question. Just a moment. We'll go to question number 11. Yeah, this one. In fact, it is answered. New product development starts with which? Idea generation. We have seen this in our new product development. We have already seen this. Yeah, I'll try to take it to another. Yeah, can somebody answer this? Which company is well known for technology innovation amongst this? Great value and act as a game changer. Technology innovation. Can somebody answer
Apple?
This?
It's Apple.
Apple.
All of you agree? Yes, it is Apple.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, fine. 13th. Select an appropriate definition of what?
Basic human requirements?
No, it's a need directed. See,
Need directed to the product.
The changes, the changes that we need to make in the product is what marketing. See, we are discussing this thing from the point of view of marketing, right? So it's related to product. Dash is a combination of quality, service, and price. It's very simple. This thing, not exactly I've said.
Option C, customer satisfaction rate.
Customer value rates.
Customer value rate. Okay.
I'll skip this because it was not very clear. It is, they are saying false, but I think it's actually true. Yeah, this one. There are 7 P's in service marketing. What are the additional 3 P's? Very simple. We have done it many times.
So two people, physical evidence, and process.
Fine. Now you have marked it up. Now all of you can recall what are all those 7 P's all about, right? So first 4 P's related to product, and remaining these are the 3 P's: people, physical evidence, and processes. And I hope all of you know the importance of physical evidence. Yeah, packaging is an important part of brand equity. True or false?
True, sir. True.
See, yeah.
True, sir. True.
Yeah, again, let me give you a hint to this. Whenever there is true or false, yeah, no. It was.
Sir, it showed false. It was true.
No, in fact, it was true. There is a mistake. Right. What is brand equity? Again, not very simple, but not either very difficult. Brand value, the value of the brand or brand value. Yeah. Brand equity, right? The way we talk about equity shares, here it is the value of the brand. This is again very simple. We have already done it.
Strength, weakness, opportunity.
Option C.
Option C. Right. Good.
Right.
One more last we'll take, and then we'll be having question answer session. Yeah, this we already done, right? So I'm going to skip this. Let me take you back to our original slide. Just a minute. Yes. So any doubt in this marketing? See, if you want, we can go deeper into various marketing strategies of pricing. But it is available. It is available in the study notes or in the marketing books, which I have already shared. Because marketing strategies or marketing types are pricing strategies. They are different books will give you different strategies depending on the stages of PLC. All of you know what is PLC?
Product life cycle.
Product life cycle. Okay.
Yeah, product life cycle. So it depends on which stage of the life cycle your product is. Your pricing strategy will differ, right? So accordingly, you have to make changes in all those strategy. Decline stage, the strategy may be different. It is equally applicable to product also. Product strategy, whether you'd like to renovate or innovation you would like to bring, or you would like to bring altogether new product which is going to substitute the old product. So accordingly, you have to think. All you have to think is all the 7 P's, and you have to remember that promotion also includes 5 more elements apart from the 7 P's. When we just talk about promotion, we have various promotional strategies like advertising strategy, digital marketing strategy, right? So this I have already shared the books in PDF format. I think it was on the chat box earlier. So you can just go through it in detail so that we can have a discussion. See, this is you don't take this as more of a lecture sort of thing. In fact, we need to have interaction so that you come out with your doubts, and I think I'll be able to clear those doubts. That is how we are going to learn, at least in PG course, and that too in MBA. Okay. So any further doubt in this? Because I want to wind up. Okay, fine. Thank you all of you for attending.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye and take care.
Bye, sir.